All right, folks, we're back. And to my right is Jan Monrad. Jan, I am going to give you the honor of the Morris roster. Woohoo!
All right, I know most of them, but, you know.
There you go. And I'm going to work the Aspatuck Valley side of things.
All right, so I know we've talked about it earlier, but this is the game, right?
This is what all the hype is about, folks. This is EGRL, the season-ending championship game against two battle-hardened sides here.
And kick from Caitlin Maroney.
And the kick is up, and it's well fielded by the 13 in the yellow jersey, and that is, why do we not have a 13 here?
Jenny?
So apologies, 13 is going to have to be 13 because we don't have a name to that number.
I believe it's Jenny. I don't know her last name, but
no, I don't.
But they're
think
coming
it's
on
Jenny
strong.
Weiner. She's
They're
in
coming
21.
on strong. So Morris better.
Reese Smith at the 9. Yeah, and you know, as you'd expect, I mean, it's gonna be a hard hitting game from both sides. Jenny Weiner on the carry. Little sympathetic dish right there, and she dishes off to her hooker, Rachel Camiglio. Aspatuck playing a good brand, simple, hard-hitting rugby right here. Number 7, that is April Torres. You'll be hearing that name quite a bit when it comes to ball carry and defensive work. And there goes Jenny Weiner. Jenny Weiner just hitting soft shoulders all over the place. Dishes to Rachel Camiglio. Camiglio dishes to number 3, Gaia Clatter. And Clatter keeps going. She's still got the ball. She's taken down just about the Morris 5. Ball's dished out far. That's number 25, Bailey Wheeler. Wheeler gets it out to number 8, Jaden Smith. And Jaden Smith dots it down for the first score of the game in the first 2 minutes. 5-0 Aspatuck. This is an important time for Morris, Jan. They cannot let this get to their heads. Because otherwise it's going to be an Aspatuck Valley celebration all afternoon.
And I think they know who they have to shut down, right? I think we just saw who they have to shut down. Jenny Weiner, Torres as well.
Absolutely.
The number 7. Who's the number 7?
That was Torres, and I think, you said.
And then number 8, right?
And Camiglio at 2, who's doing some hard running right there. 8 was Jaden Smith. So that ball went through the hands of 5 players. That went through Camiglio, Clatter, Wheeler, and Torres and Weiner. So nice work there. The kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Aspatuck.
7-0 Aspatuck. All right. So hopefully Morris had a little conversation down there and discussed what they needed to do. I mean, we can all see it from here.
We got to stop catching tackles. That line speed's got to pick up. And we got to put them on the back foot. Easy to say, not easy to do against Aspatuck.
Yeah, they came to play.
They always do. Maroney with the restart.
Hopefully she knows where not to kick it.
It's a short little kick, and they're getting the bounces. That's fielded by Reese Smith, the 9. Reese makes another break here, having a hard time bringing her down. She's finally brought down just south of the 10 in the Morris 50. Just what you've come to expect. Okay, Aspatuck with a penalty. I did not get the hand gesture,
It might have been offsides.
Okay.
Or reaching in.
See, this is what we're talking about. You can't give Jenny Weiner that kind of head of steam. You're going to try to catch her tackle. Forget it. Number 25, Wheeler, puts it into the hands of Camiglio. Camiglio, unfortunately, some jittery hands there, and turns it over.
And they're forcing mistakes, right? Like
yeah.
they had a knock on there, and they're forcing penalties because of the pressure.
Absolutely. So I'm not sure. She must have called it back to an earlier infraction because it wasn't the knock on.
Oh, solid hit.
Yeah, that was a
by
big one.
Liz Hansen to Jenny Weiner.
Yeah, Weiner and Hansen meeting. That's universes colliding right there.
It would start a wildfire.
Yeah. So Aspatuck, well in the Morris half. Wheeler with a great pass there, gets it off to the 13. Unfortunately, we don't have a
Good
13
tackle by
jersey.
Sydney Siblia. Double tackle.
A lot of work from Camiglio here in the 2 jersey. And then it looks like 8 was dished off the ball right there. That's Jaden Smith. Reese Smith on the back of the ruck there, gets it out to Wheeler. Wheeler gets it to Wiener. Wiener's able to dish it out. It's getting worked out the far side to Gia.
All right, here we go.
Clotter.
Morris is starting to give some good pressure where they're pushing them back. Right?
Absolutely.
I think maybe the hit heard around the world there may have started have stirred him up a little bit. Who knows? But
a little pep in that step. Number 8 to 15, that combo right there was, again, Smith getting out to Francesca Glazer.
And taken out of bounds by Emily Van Doren. Lucky break for Morris.
She is one tough winger, Jan.
Oh yeah, she
dependable back there.
She doesn't quit. She made a tackle, off of her knees. I mean, she does not give up. She does not quit. All right, so this is
okay. So that ball went right into the hands of Jaden Smith, who's making some hard yards here, unfortunately, on the Morris throw-in. Oh, man.
Morris has possession, and they're sending it out.
I'd like to see Morris settle here and get the kick up. Knock on.
There's a knock on, and it's a knock on by Morris. Aspatuck's in good position right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See some limping already out there. This is a hard-hitting game, folks.
Yeah, Morris loose forwards better keep their heads up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you have that strong back row of Aspatuck, and they're gonna pick it up and they're gonna run right over them. So
this is a bread and butter play for April Torres too. This is the kind of stuff she's looking for.
Mm-hmm. Every number 8 is looking for this play.
Right.
All right, good push by Morris. Up, but back 10.
Back 10. That's going to put them on the try line.
Looks like Jenny Jenny Wieners was able to dot that in.
Absolutely. So nice work there from Aspatuck, right? I mean, they kept their heads in that scrummage, and then they got the penalty favor. They went quick tap off the ball and just, again, Jan, if that line speed doesn't get up, we're going to see this all day, right? Because you can't catch Jenny Wiener. You have to meet her, as we saw with Liz.
As we saw with Liz and her, right?
You cannot give her the steps that she needs to get that that head of steam going, because it ain't going to be a good day.
Jenny Wieners, Torres.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw as well with Camiglio in the 2 jersey, Wheeler as well. I mean, Jaden in the 8. That's Jaden Smith. Kick is good. 14 zip for the yellow jersey. Tough start for Morris here, but there's a couple things that can be fixed very easily and very quickly. And again, the one, not to sound like a broken record, is that line speed. Words of encouragement from the Morris bench.
Yeah, game's far from over. A lot of rugby to play.
Holy cow, you're right.
And I just, Morris has just gotta figure out what they're gonna do, and they know who to keep the ball away from, right?
Yeah. Maroney on the restart, and she must have listened to you, Jan, because she went to the far side there, keeping it away from Wiener or Torres.
I don't think she heard me.
She's always listening.
All right, good pressure by Morris. Hopefully they can stop. That was a good, solid
That's
tackle.
Camiglio again. There's Smith on the back of the ruck. There's a whistle. Calling it back.
Yeah, Morris is having a little problem with staying on sides, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I believe so. Ball's
and
up.
it's the kick, and it stays in.
Nice work there. That's Cirillo.
Yeah, Abby Cirillo, she's running it, and then it gets into the hands of Sydney Siblia.
Okay, this is looking a little bit more like the Morris we know, right?
Right,
A little more organized, a little more calm.
Yeah, you have to get the ball into the hands of a Caitlin Maroney, into Sydney Siblia.
Yeah.
And of course Nessa McLaughlin, right? You got to get the hands. You got to get the ball into their hands so they can get those solid runs.
So we ran out of field space over there, driven out. You know, the line speed that we're looking for Morris to employ is definitely being used by the yellow jersey. And basically that forced them to the far side of the field where they were able to drive the player out. So the ball is going to get turned over in a line out with the throw in for Camiglio and Aspetuck.
Right, it's a short line out and not straight.
Yeah, absolutely. That was.
And
a good
we had
call.
a pretty good, pretty good viewpoint from here, and that was not straight.
Yeah, you can take our word for it on that one. That was to the outside shoulder.
All right, so Morris catches a lucky break, and let's see what they do with it. Right, they're opting for the scrum, or not opting for it. They're giving the scrum.
Correct.
And I'd like to see Sydney pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Sydney picks it up, draws in those loose forwards, and then gives it out to JoJo, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's get that ball to that handy back line that we have
they're fast.
anticipating right there. And that's exactly
right.
what we're talking about.
Here we
Corfin
go.
with nice
All
ball
right.
distribution.
And that's who you want to give it to,
Exactly,
JoJo McNally,
buddy.
right?
Yeah, great
And then
hands
out
from
to
Cirillo.
Abby. Abby to Emily Van Doren, sets a solid ruck.
Looking good, Morris.
Oh, it's got to go the other way, ref. It's for the high tackle. High tackle by Aspatuck. All right. Looks like Caitlin Maroney's going to look for touch, and she finds it.
Down the far side there. So this is looking more like the Morris that we know, Jan.
Yeah, it took him a few minutes to warm up.
Well, you just called it off the back of that scrum, right? Let's get the ball out to those backs, and what happens? You get it out there. JoJo makes a good slicing run. She's well supported, right? It works out. We end up with the penalty over here. They're able to kick the touch, and they're in a good attacking platform here on the near side.
And Abby had a solid run, too.
Absolutely. This is Mall country, folks.
Yep.
And there it is, the signature Dobbs Mall.
And they committed, which is nice to see, right? Aspatuck
Absolutely.
committed to that ruck, or to that maul, and then the ball goes out. Back to JoJo McNally.
Yeah, a little bit of a high tackle there again, but it was on the back and let go. So McNoney still with the ball there, just fighting. Got to bring her to ground, or we're going to get the held up. She's able to get to ground. Good for her. Oh.
All right, there's some type of penalty, probably not releasing.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, Jan. Good call. Wiener kicks for touch, but it looks like it's going to stay in.
Comes up short.
Absolutely. A bit of a flub kick there. Uncharacteristic for her. Ball is off.
Off of Abby onto Sosi.
That was an unload. That was an offload and a very hard tackle, too. Well done. Okay, ball's going to stay with the black jersey.
Goes to Sydney Siblia, who runs it into traffic.
Just a hard-running kid right there. McLaughlin.
Has the support, has a good solid ruck. Goes to Liz Hansen, and she is powering through. See, this is what we want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now get it out to the backs.
Look at that
All
line
right,
speed on
Caitlin
that yellow
Maroney.
jersey, though. That's what
Caitlin
we're talking
Maroney,
about.
she does it one more time, so we're going to, now we go out to the backs.
A little quiet here as the melee ensues, and we start to get numbers on those jerseys for you folks. There's the ball out to
Emily
Van Doren.
And with the crazy legs gets through. And we get a penalty for, looks like a high tackle, maybe?
Thought you had that one, Jan. Pretty close. Mike Eisenhart expressing his concerns about the no-wrap tackle.
Well, it's all about safety, right? That's what he's over there talking about, right?
Yeah.
He's talking about safety.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Right.
That's very fair.
Looks like the referee's having a little meeting with the Aspatuck and the Morris captains. And the cheese
Ooh.
comes out. Wow. To Torres. That's
So-
tough. That's going to be tough for Aspetuck.
In fairness to Mike, I mean, that's the call right there. And his level of upsetment is correct. Is correct.
Yeah.
That's a hard card there.
Caitlin Maroney picks it up fast, dishes it off to Nessa McLaughlin, who puts it in for 5.
That's it. So we're looking at 14-5 at the moment with the kick to come. That's nice work from Morris on the front foot. That's the side we're accustomed to seeing, that kind of work.
And here we go. It's going to be a little bit tough of her kick. I don't know if you noticed, there's black clouds off to our left, and
It looks a little threatening.
yeah, and Dobbs is not wrong. Jenny Wieners does bring thunder and lightning.
That poor kid. I tell you what, a little rain overnight would be nice for these fields.
It
though.
would be nice, yeah.
Soften them up a little bit. Maroney on the kick attempt. Oh, Jan, it's a beaut.
It's in. All right. Hopefully for Morris, this gives them the momentum to
Big
just
grin on her face for
get
that,
it
and rightly
back.
so. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
it.
they get the ball back, right?
14-7.
As is 15s. So they get the ball back, and and the game. The game is not outside of Morris's reach.
This is going to be a good one. If this tempo keeps up, this is going to be a great game of rugby from both sides.
Yeah, and I said this. I think I said this to you earlier. This is the game. If somebody said, "Hey, Chan, you want to go to Disney World?" I'd be like, "No, I'd rather watch this."
Right. Yeah.
So it's a good, solid run by Morris.
I'm with you on that, man.
Nessa McLaughlin with the take. All right.
She's able to get the ball back nice and clean. Hard yards for Morris because Aspatuck is using that line speed. It's
And they're not committing to the rucks.
Sure. Why? Let them have the rucks and spread those defenders out and just take it to them when the ball goes live.
Yeah, 2 people eating up in the ruck, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
They're
a little bit of a poach
already
there.
down 1.
Mikowski on the carry there, brought back, and ball is with the yellow jersey now. It's a pretty tough spot to be in. Penalty chair.
All right, it's a turnover. It looks like Aspatuck has it.
Yeah, they're moving the ball. Reese Smith with the distribution out to Wheeler. Wheeler takes it out and dishes it off to 21, Jenny Wiener. Ball's moving well in the yellow jersey.
I don't know who made that tackle. Nice tackle by Nessa McLaughlin.
Number 3, Clotter on the carry, and she dishes off. I'll get a jersey number in a second over there, but working the far side.
Emily Van Doren with the tackle.
Number 20. We do not have a name for number 20, but nice hard carry there.
And Jenny Wieners again with the carry.
Jaden Smith on the carry there. 2-3 on the tackle. She's able to get it off to Francesca Glazer. Glazer holding on for dear life and is able to get it back to her teammates. Reese Smith with the clear there, right to Jenny Wiener. Yeah, you just can't. You can't give her those opportunities, man. She's going to take advantage of you every time. Penalty Aspatuck.
And Liz Hansen is
Off her
on the
feet.
ground, so we're going to need a trainer out there.
Oh, she's holding her shoulder again.
Yeah, which has been bothering her for the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
She's up. She just said, "I'm good. I'm good." She's calling off the trainer. Yeah, Liz Hansen, she's tough.
Absolutely.
All right, so the referee's going to give her the minute she deserves for her injury. So let the trainer take a look at it. But it's still a penalty to Aspetuck.
Yeah.
So Morris has got to go back 10. And Liz Hansen stays on.
And Mackenzie Marks is called back off. Jenny Weiner out to Wheeler. Out to the 12 right there, and that is Cara Doherty.
And they slip through, and I think it's held up.
Aspatuck real threatening here. Little pick and go off the back of that ruck right there, just under the posts.
It's still held
Going to
up.
do it again. Weiner under the posts, and there it is. Try number 3. So that's 14-7 becomes 19-7 with the kick to come.
Yeah, Aspatuck put that in right under the post, so I
suspect it'll be an easy one.
Yeah. Yeah, so they worked hard for it. Aspatuck worked hard for it, worked their way down the pitch.
Yeah. Well, you knew they were going to come to play today, right? It's
Yeah, this is I want to say it's a rivalry, but is it? I mean, it's definitely two teams that respect each other and that do not take. Oh, and it's not. The kick is not good, and they don't take each other for granted. But they have a good relationship. It's not. There's no bitterness. So I don't like you use the word rivalry, but
I don't think rivalry connotes negativity, my friend.
Well, I'm negative by nature, but I'll tell you,
That's
I mean,
true.
they respect each other, and they know it looks like we're at halftime, but
that's correct.
They know that that each team each team respects each other, and they know that each team is going to give them one hell of a game. So there we are at the half, and we are at 19-7.
Would you call this a rivalry? Just busting my friend Jan's chops here.
Well, I mean, a rivalry sometimes denotes and denotes and
Connotes, denotes, and
connotes and Norwegian. So that's why I like to use those words. But,
absolutely.
No. It does denote negativity, but I don't see that. I don't see any ill will.
No, absolutely not.
There's no punches thrown.
But I do see two teams who are here to.
They both want that trophy.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, here we go again. So Neil likes to talk about donuts for some reason about me. I don't know.
I think it was
Hurts my feelings.
an analogy of the rivalry between Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, but there's starting to be a rivalry between me and Neil. I can tell you that. There's some negativity there, pal. That I would call a rivalry.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, man, it looks like some weather's moving in here. I tell you what. Yeah, it did cool down for sure.
All right, I think Bill Dobbs is giving Bill Dobbs and Mike Eisenhardt are giving Morris a little pep talk, and we've seen this before. We've not necessarily for these two teams. We've seen halftimes make all the difference.
Absolutely. If I'm Aspatuck at this half, I'm feeling pretty good. If I'm Morris at this time, I know that there's work that needs to be done. I think every player in that black jersey knows what has to be done. Now it's time to employ it. Crowd's definitely starting to thin out on the far side as we wrap up day one of a 2-day event.
Yeah, and there is more to come, right? We're going over to base camp and have a,
Yeah, it's there'll be some fun there. I know that there's some cornhole out, and Brian brought a bunch of couches to make everybody comfortable. We'll have some cold cervezas and soft drinks as well. And I think it's really the idea is the opportunity for the coaches who have been evaluating players all day, and for those who are NCAA eligible to speak with coaches, to give them those opportunities. So.
Yeah, it's a bit of a meet and greet, right?
Yeah.
And it gives these athletes an opportunity to speak to coaches about the rugby future.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and also it's good for the parents and good for the coaches to decompress after a long hot day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is there a band this year?
I don't know. I do not know. That'd be nice, a little bit of light.
In years past, there has been a band. So anybody out there who's in the nearby Clinton area, if you want to stop by, tell them that Steph sent you.
Everything will be fine.
And everything will be fine. So, all right, Morris is coming back, and they all have a look. So let's see if they can turn that look into some physicality.
Yeah, because that's what you need against this team.
Yeah. And you know who to shut down. So they're going to be receiving the ball, so they're going to get the first possession, hopefully, for them. Sydney Sibley has got, definitely has that game face.
Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Eye of the Sydney.
And thumb goes up by the captain.
Okay, the restart.
Sydney Sibley, a senior captain.
From Aspatuck, Jenny Weiner with the kicking duties. Morris set to receive. Referee fires off the whistle, and game second half is underway.
Right. Into the hands of JoJo Mignoni. She maintains possession.
Yeah.
All right, and the ball goes into the hands of Nessa McLaughlin. And the support is there, and the pack is there.
So once again, that yellow jersey line speed is making it tough for Morris to make the yards here. We're not seeing a good offense here. We're just seeing a very good defense, which is shutting down those yards. Ball's going a little bit deeper. Oh, yeah.
That's a technical term. All right, doesn't get seen by the referee. It looks like.
Caramba.
All right, back to Nessa.
Oh,
and it gets stripped. And it's in the hands of Aspatuck.
Aspatuck, that's Amber Mikowski in the 1 jersey.
Tackled by...
and the 22... Jenny Weiner in the 22 or the 21? I think we've got
21.
some mix-up in the jerseys here. We've got Tori Teneze in the 21 jersey, Jenny Weiner in the 22. I think it's the other way around, folks. Wheeler with the ball. Wheeler gets it out to Torres, who's back on the field after the yellow card, and Torres making some hard yards there. Support is there, and they're able to recycle easy peasy. Ball goes out to Camiglio in the 2 jersey. Camiglio, and she dishes it off to Weiner, who's looking for that try zone again.
Okay, so Morris lucks out here with a Aspetuck penalty. I didn't see what it was because our production crew is here, but...
Yeah, well, lucky for Morris on that one because the momentum was all in the yellow jersey favor.
So Caitlin Maroney's going to kick for touch.
Big kick. Big kick. Will it find?
Yeah, it finds it, but it bounces off of a Morris player. I didn't see who it was. And which gives it to Aspatuck in really dangerous territory.
Yeah, tough stuff here. Morris having a hard time getting out of that red zone, and it's just because of that stifling yellow jersey defense. Man, they are just taking it to him. Ball's gone.
All right,
long.
it's a sloppy ball, and it's kicked by JoJo Mignoni, but
Oh,
not sure.
Morris is just having a hard time finding that rhythm right now. Oh,
And it gets back into the hands of Aspatuck,
there
who
you
punched
go.
it in for 5.
So that's going to make it 23-7. It's going to be a tough kick from that angle, but let's see what happens.
24-7.
19 and 5, 24-7. Thank you.
Dunkin' Donuts open 24/7. That's right, Neil? You son of a gun. I beat you to it. I beat you to it.
Oh, Lord. Oh, the jokes never end, folks. Even self-deprecating ones.
It's the only ones I know.
Oh, my God. Well, back to the live action. Man, the
And
kick
it's
is
good.
good.
Wow.
26-7.
26-7.
Wow. Man, that was a tough to slot right there.
Yeah, a couple of coaches might have went wow, too. A couple
Yeah.
of college coaches went wow. That's definitely going to get that young lady noticed. Maybe a little talking, too.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Caitlin Maroney will be kicking back to Aspatuck. One thing I think Morris needs to realize is that it's not an automatic ball for them. We have to get, Morris has to get their people down there.
Mhm.
If you're going to go up in the air, you might as well get somebody underneath it.
Yeah. Yeah, and like we were saying, I mean, notice, Jesus, well taken right here.
And
Hard
double
runner there.
double tackle. Yeah, that number
Jaden
8.
Smith. She's coming back from a pretty serious knee injury, too. So
Is that right?
Yeah, she's
Torres with the take, being tough
definitely
to bring down.
found her confidence again. Torres is just tough to take down, folks. I mean, she's just a tough player. Wheeler out to Wiener. Wiener looking for that outside angle, and she had it. Taken down just over the 50 in Morris territory. Reese with the distribution. That went to Camiglio. Camiglio being driven back. Wheeler.
They have a bit of the overload, so Morris
out to
better get
13 again.
over here.
No jersey, no name number there.
Yeah, number 13 is a hard charger.
Hannah looking for the poach there, but she's pushed off. She's handled by Torres, but good effort. Amber Mikowski right there on the carry in the 1 jersey.
Oh, and it looks like a knock-on. I do not see the call. We're laughing at some of the commentary from the sidelines.
A couple coaches over there.
Amanda
who are stroking
Corfin
out.
sticking with it.
Yeah, okay, big
She's
hard
not
run
going to
here.
give up. She's not going to give up. I know that.
Kayla Ronsky looking for that ball in there, but Reese Smith is there to get good ball distribution out to her teammates. There she is again. Wiener opts for a nice chip kick over the top, ends up finding touch.
Finding touch, right. All right, so it would be a Morris ball in and around
Just south of the 10.
Yeah, just south of the 10. So not the greatest of territory, but hopefully they can make something of it.
Yeah. Important for Morris to use this platform to make something happen here. So they've got a good steep line in the attack there. Let's try to control that ball in the air. Ammerman probably going up for it and get that ball down to Kugelman, who can get that out there.
Yeah, so Ammerman with the take, gets out to Kugelman.
Absolutely.
Kugelman to Amanda Corfin. A seatbelt tackle.
Yeah, she's got it. But once again, I mean, they're just not given any space.
Yeah, JoJo Mignoni with the take. She's hard charging through, hard charging.
McNoney magically finds space where there isn't any. It's crazy.
Yeah.
She's just tough to tackle. She's got a great little inside-outside step, employs it. And there's Sabia, who's just charging up the gut right there. Kugelman looking for her work there, and it goes out to, pardon me, Jan, that's your call.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's Caitlin Maroney now to McNoney. Maroney to McNoney. And good solid tackle by Aspetuck. And it looks like taken out of bounds.
And driven out of bounds.
But now Morris has to keep that momentum, right?
So who was on that? Who was that speedster? Was that Cassie Ball or was that McNoney?
I thought it was McNoney.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, they're all styling their hair the same, and it's really annoying.
Cassie.
Was it Cassie Ball? All right, it was Cassie Ball with the carry.
Yeah.
We give credit where credit is due. All right. Good tackle, good stoppage at least by Amanda Corfin, who now is coming up. Ooh, and a lucky break for Morris where we get a knock on around the 5 meter.
That's what pressure D does, Jan, right? It forces those turnovers like that, and that puts us in a really good scoring position.
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times.
I know. Don't hit me.
Just kidding.
Not in the face, not in the moneymaker.
Yeah. You do not want to ruin that.
This.
Endorsements.
Endorsement for, I don't know, plastic surgery. All right, Kugelman drops it in.
All right, an eight
person
sneak. Pickup, and Siblia goes a little wide, but definitely gets it down past the gain line. And then there's a pickup and fighting through. I don't see a number.
Thought that was McLaughlin.
Yeah, likely. All right, Morris holding on to it, keeping the possession. It goes to Kayla Ronsky. All right, and there's a penalty to Morris. Morris will get the ball. A little quick through the mark, so they call it back.
All right, big opportunity here for Morris if they can make this work here. Maroney.
Caitlin Maroney takes it into traffic. It gets out.
This defensive pressure is unbelievable. I mean, there's no breathing room out there.
Not at all. All right, whistle is blown. I'm not sure what transpired over there. It's on the opposite side. All right, looks like a penalty. Morris will have another attempt. And it's called back. Too quick through the mark. So it's going to get called back. And Morris is going to have an attempt. It's given to Nessa McLaughlin, and she drives it towards the try line, does not get there. Sydney Sibley again with the carry. She's going to try and get it over. Does not happen. Kugelman out to McNoney. McNoney's going to do it. And McNoney punches it in.
Okay, folks.
So JoJo McNoney with the try, definitely it went through the forwards, and they said, "Hey, let a back have it,"
Absolutely.
And back got it in.
So 26-12 with the kick to come. Good scoring position for the kick. So should be all right here.
With about 8 minutes to go.
Well
and
done.
It's good.
Well done, young lady.
So 28-14.
It's a game. 8 minutes on the clock. We're hearing. So that's plenty of rugby. And if the black jersey can muster that same energy, we got a game on our hands.
It's 2 tries and conversions, right, ladies and gentlemen? So
yeah,
it's a possibility.
It's not going to be easy against Aspatuck, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's not impossible.
You're correct.
Not impossible. And Aspetuck just coming off a state championship, right? So to win this would be quite the accomplishment. All right, Amanda Corfin with the ball.
Tough kid in that 10 jersey. High tackles called.
High tackle, yeah.
And some grumblings from the sidelines that some high tackles have been missed.
Yeah, that's the
Nessa
seatbelt
just
tackle, but
for space here.
And plowing through, but has the support.
Anna there with the help.
To Abby Aberman, I think, right? Oh, no, Abby Aberman is coming in to seal that ruck. Goes to Anna.
Oh, loses it forward.
Unfortunately.
And that is not the jersey you want to get that ball on
Not
the
at
turnover.
all. No, not at all.
Wiener with a good carry there. Reese on the back of that gets out to Wheeler. Wheeler to Torres. Torres running a little east and west here.
Ooh.
Boom! Big charging run right there.
Yeah, that was a tough hit.
Man, she is still on her feet, folks. Oh, my God.
And scores a try.
What a one-woman effort that is, man. Listen, there was good ball distribution off the back of that ruck. There was nice work through the hands out to Wheeler, but Torres, that's your score all day long.
I'm not sure who that was that she ran over.
Got clocked?
Yeah, but a little high. But, I commend you for getting in the way, though.
Yeah.
Whoever that was, because that's a tough person to tackle.
Absolutely.
And I'm not sure I'd want to face up.
But not impossible, right? I mean, that's technique. I mean, you got to get low on a player like that, because if she lowers her shoulder into you at a full head of steam, you're not winning. You're not winning.
If you're standing still, you certainly aren't.
Okay. So that's going to make it 31-14. Kick is up. Flags
and
are
good.
up. 33-14. That's a hell of a kick.
Yeah, they've been on.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Let's
day
get
long.
a name
All
on that
day
jersey.
long. Probably looking at about 5 minutes left, maybe a little more.
Give or take. So we're going to get you a name on that jersey in a second, folks, for those two impressive kicks. That once again, 13, and unfortunately we don't have a name for that number. So our apologies to you, young lady in the 13 jersey, and your family, but you are having a hell of a day with the kicking duties.
Yeah, well done. Okay, Caitlin Maroney kicks it to 24. Who's playing number
That's
9?
Reese
And
Smith.
it's thrown forward in the tackle, which is fortunate for Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Morris is going to get a bunch of people touch it, ending in Sydney Siblia, who gets tackled and sets the ruck. It goes to Anna, number 3. Anna to Liz, or Kugelman to Liz. The forwards are going to keep punching it down.
Yeah. Liz caught up in a
And
sea
it
of
goes to
yellow jerseys
Caitlin.
there.
Caitlin to Sydney Siblia. Sydney pushing through 3-4 tackles, right? Puts it down.
Physical game, folks. Physical game.
Yeah, and it gets taken out of bounds. Emily Starkweather gets the ball, doesn't realize how much space she has, but we have a penalty, so looks like another high tackle by Aspatuck. And then we kick it out, and then Morris kicks it out of bounds.
So another good scoring position here. I don't know if you maul against this team, though, but we'll see.
Well, they did it once.
Yeah, I don't like. Saw Van Doren holding her hand there, but she looks to be okay now. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
I mean, that the
they
maul
did
wasn't.
They did it once, so maybe they're expecting it. I don't see a problem. I mean, we have good. Morris has good, strong backs. Give it to the backs.
Absolutely.
Get it out clean to the backs. You got a pod set up right here, I think. So give it to number 5.
Yeah, that's
Give
a
it
good
to
pod
Kayla.
set right there.
Kayla Ronsky.
Ronsky takes it into contact and can dish off right there to Corfin. We got something happening.
She's
here
a solid, strong runner.
McNoney Ball and Cirillo here.
All right, looks like the maul is set.
High tackle again?
High tackle, and it's a penalty.
Oh, pulling down the maul. Okay, hey, the ball's moving well for the black jersey. That's bread and butter for McNoney right there, just looking for those weird little spaces and
That's
finding
right.
them.
And then off to McLaughlin, who's and it gets stripped. It is in the hands of Aspatuck. Aspatuck chooses to kick.
Yeah, Wiener clears it, but it's well fielded by Morris by Corfin.
Yeah, Amanda Corfin, she's one to watch as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Flag is up.
Flag is up. Morris takes it out of bounds. It's going to be a line out put in by Aspetuck.
Okay, momentary lapse in play here as they're getting set for the line out. Weather starting to pick up.
Definitely the wind.
Yeah. Ball's up.
All right,
Bit
it's
of
a fire.
Yeah. Loose ball back there and well covered by Morris, Jan.
Yeah, Anna, and I keep saying Anna because I have a hard time pronouncing her name. Yeah, Anna Yerofeyev. Yerofeyev. All right, Sydney Siblia takes it.
All right,
It goes to Caitlin Maroney.
Yeah.
Who sets it?
Kayla Ronsky seals off that rook well. Knock, knock. So double knock there, but it'll go in favor of Morris, I think.
Yeah. So let's watch our back row, right? Let's watch Morris's back row and see what happens, right?
Last play of the game, folks.
All right, last play of the game. So we're looking at the score right now is 33-14. So even if Morris scores a try, they are not going to catch up to Aspatuck, and looks like Aspatuck is going to take the trophy.
I had 36, Jan, but either way, this is in the last 36, confirmed by your buddy Neil.
All right. My arch nemesis. Yeah. Arch Neil.
Now he's got 34. Great.
Oh,
we look
crying
terrific.
out loud. All right, Morris maintaining possession, looks like. And Kugelman digging it out, and there's a penalty. Morris will have the ball, and it's going to get called back too fast through the mark.
Yeah.
So you can't end the game on a penalty. So Morris looks like this will be your last chance to get it through. Caitlin Maroney with the take.
All right, there's a big scramble right there on the near post.
And that ball's going to get out. Goes to Anna. Nice.
Yeah,
Anna
well
Yerofeyev, who punches it in for 5 underneath the posts.
Pardon me, Jan, 33. You were correct. 33-19.
Son of a biscuit. All right, so 33-19. Either way, this kick is not going to be for 13 points.
For all the marbles.
For 15. This is not a 15-point kick, so we're not going to Morris will not be taking home the trophy this year. But well-deserved by Aspatuck. Hard chargers.
Absolutely.
And,
we knew this was going to be a hard game, And
we anticipated and we looked forward to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Caitlin Maroney with the kick.
Puts it up. Flags are up.
It's good and in the woods. Go get it, Neil. Neil's got to run ahead of him.
Well, that's it, folks, for the championship of
it.
the 2023 season, and it goes well-deserved to a hard-charging Aspatuck side who came to play today. Morris got a little bit of a slow start there, but definitely the game picked up for him, Jan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late there.
Yeah. So scores 33-21. If these were true 40-minute halves, right? Morris might have had a chance. A little more time, on the pitch.
I agree, but I think it takes a little bit away from what they've accomplished here. It's it was their game. I mean, they just from the first whistle, the intensity was ratcheted up in that yellow jersey, and they kept it going for both halves.
I'm not taking anything away from Aspetuck. Aspetuck came out and kicked butt, right?
Yeah.
They knew what they had to do. I mean, I could say this. I'm not making excuses at all. But Layla Galarza not being out on the pitch for this game may have affected it.
Sure.
But beyond that, Morris was at their full complement. They had all their seniors there. They had everybody there who makes good contributions to their team. And I'll tell you what, if you can't stop Jenny, if you can't stop Torres, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, and to me, what won the game for them was that stifling defense, right? It's like Morris was just struggling to get out of the red zone, and it was just, they weren't letting Morris get that attack going, and it's a very simple thing to do, right? Conceptually, but it takes a lot of work because it is a tiring effort in the game to have that kind of line speed.
And I like what I see over there. The presentation of the trophy. I don't know what exactly was going on over there, but it looks like Morris presenting the trophy to Aspetuck and handing it off. Well deserved, Aspetuck. But like I said, with my point about the rivalry, it's good to see Morris and Aspetuck's over there together.
Let's call it a healthy rivalry.
All right, whatever.
Jan's not in on this one.
No.
Brian, would you call this a rivalry? Thank you. Unequivocally.
All right.
That's about it. Let's ask Neil. Neil's coming back over.
Neil, I already know how Neil feels. I have a rivalry with Neil. We've already established that. He and I don't see eye to eye.
Hey, so listen, we've enjoyed being with you all today on the home front, calling the games. Hats off to everybody behind the mics.
Yeah, we had a full complement. Quite a few people.
Say again? Great season. Tremendous EGRL season, right? Just great stuff out here. The league continues to expand. We can't wait to see what the 2024 season brings. We've got interest from the Midwest and the West Coast. Folks out there, stay tuned. This could be a much bigger event in the next year or the coming years for certain. I go back to the quote from Bill Leclerc from Army after the first year, where we asked him what he thought as he was walking away on Sunday, and he turns to us and he goes, "You know what? I only see one problem, guys. You're going to need a bigger parking lot."
Yeah,
and I think he's right.
It's that quote from Jaws, right? I think we're going to need a bigger boat.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to say this, to everybody out there. I know there's 50 or so people listening. If you know somebody who's a college coach, if you know somebody who has a rugby team and they want to get involved in this EGRL, reach out to us. Figure it out. Do a little online investigating
at EGRL.org, I believe.
Okay, admin at EGRL.org, and you will get a hold of us, and you are all invited. Everybody, we will take anybody. Any team and put them out on the pitch and give them a good game.
Jan, one more time for our sponsors, man.
Yeah, let's go through it. Why don't you you want to go through the this list here, and then I'll go through the my spiel.
Okay. Hey, look, special thank you to Base Camp, RPS, Morris Rugby, Proactivity, Rugby New Jersey, Wegmans, Clinton Bagel Company, and Delhi. Costco, Gill Energy, St. Luke's Sports Medicine, and the Free and Accepted Masons of New Jersey, Congdon Overlook Lodge 163, for all your generosity this year. And, thank you again. Without your support, these events don't come. One last thing there, again, to Clinton Township and the Department of Recreation and the Eisenhardt family, many, many thanks for another great day. And Jan, let me turn it over to you for the other two that we have from overseas.
Yeah, we had some significant donations from Frameclad Design. I'm going to read manufacture and supply steel frames for the construction industry across the United Kingdom. They operate in all areas of the construction sector, serving clients that require stock lengths and components to the multi-story, pre-designed, engineered, and fully assembled steel frame panels and modules. Thank you to CEO Mark Munns for supporting women's rugby from across the pond. Yeah, a UK
Fantastic.
company supporting and helping to fund a tournament in New Jersey, USA, shows the the culture of rugby and how we all support each other. Secondly, Volumetric Building Companies is a vertically integrated global volumetric modular construction leader headquartered in Philadelphia, PA, with locations across the United States and in Europe. Utilizing VBC technology, enabled design and engineering models, precision-driven manufacturing capabilities, and project-proven modular construction expertise, the company's focus is on building the future by providing high-quality, sustainably produced buildings in less time across varied market sectors. Thank you to CEO Vaughn Buckley, who was nominated and a finalist for the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year in 2023. Thank you very much for your very generous donations, both companies. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to having a long relationship with you in the future. So thank you very much, and have a good night, have a good weekend, and see most of you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to more rugby action tomorrow from the same fields, kicking off at 8:30 in the morning. So if you're free, join us again. Quick shout out to Jim King for the camera work today. Brian Ahern for camera work and everything else under the sun today. Production O'Brien. You know, it's nice when you get the tongue stuck out at you for complimenting folks, but that's okay.
Rob Kugelman.
And I am Kugelman on the scaffolding over there. I think he spontaneously combusted after being in the sun all day.
He burst into flames for sure. And then we had a number of guest hosts. Danny Marin.
Neil Davies.
Neil Davies, right? Gene Caulfield. Amelia Monrad, the better Monrad.
The much better Monrad.
All right. Emily Dobbs jumped on the mic.
Mac McPherson.
And JoJo Mignoni and Nessa McLaughlin.
Correct.
I can tell you, was on the mic. So along with all the other EGRL associates.
All right.
We're wrapping it up. We're getting the wrap it up sign from the hook. All right, I'm gonna GFYS.
All right, folks. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye.